I would put it on the bun. You could fit the pickles. You could put pickles in the pickles.
You can fit the pickles in there. You can fit the pickles in there. Come on.
Some onions.
Pickle chicken sandwich. Take it away, John Frickin Smith.
Welcome to the rabbit hole,
How did we end up on that rabbit hole?
where all you knew is wrong. And rules are just suggestions,
I like the pipe.
made up as we go along.
Shut up, Corn.
Fuck you.
And who knows what you'll find here. Maybe heaven or your worst fears. Whatever it may be, it's yours to keep forever.
Just in time. You've entered a rabbit hole. Please go down further. Where there's philosophy hidden within stupidity.
My nipples are sweating.
What are they doing to that chicken?
They're punching holes in it. You know what?
Man,
I want to
fuck that.
teabag Hank Azaria. He can make weird noises.
You're fucking weird.
You guys are horrible.
Bunyan rings? Like, I wouldn't eat those.
What the fuck? Hey,
Even if it was Paul Bunyan themed, like, you know what I mean?
Anyone-
Like flannel onion rings or something like that. Be like, yeah, I had a heart attack. Fuck you.
it's a sunshiny day.
Yeah. Fat people need love, too. Season's greetings. Is that lame? Yeah, that's a little lame.
It's better than Happy Holidays because everyone uses Happy Holidays.
Yeah. Season's greetings. You were just in time. We are the J&T Baggers. The original, the two, the Encores. We always have to throw that in whenever it's a unit. Millie Van Nielsen joined again after only a few weeks. But yeah,
Norman Blunts. I don't like this picture's fucking with me
it's disturbing.
because it's the side of a wall. Like that's a hole in. That's a those are windows, but that's a. Oh,
I don't like it. It has a 13 on it, it looks like over there, and that's scaring me. But
I mean it's pretty badass, but at the same time, it's very. I don't even know what to. I don't even know what to say, but yeah, happy holidays, guys.
you know someone else we want to wish a special happy holiday to? Mr. John Frickin Smith. Now he's blessed us with the most beautiful gift of all. That amazing song, Yours to Keep, that you heard at the beginning. It is from the album Songs of the Great Collapse and can be found at johnfrickinsmith.com. Highly suggest you click that link down in the description. Just tap it, click it, rub it. You know what I mean? Circular, figure eight, whatever you want to do.
That's up to you.
Yeah. Hell, you can switch it to a new tab. Go ahead. The link will take you to a new tab if you're on our website.
Be beautiful.
Yeah, play it in the background while you're listening to us. It'll make you feel better. Or play Christmas songs, it don't matter. But last week we did a bit of a dud type of movie. You've watched Jingle All the Way, Rook?
Yeah, Schwarzenegger. Sinbad.
Have you watched it as an adult?
The last time I watched it, I think I was like 16, 17.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, so a little ways away, but I feel like not that far away though.
Yeah. Well, it hasn't aged any better now
It
than it
didn't
did.
age that great then.
No.
It was more like you watched it at that point for nostalgia. Now I don't. You totally turned me off of that instantly.
Yeah, it wasn't fun. But yeah, this week though, Korn threw out a suggestion to us. So we could continue our
Some movies suck, and some are great, but our reviews are always late reviews with the boys from Just in Time.
holiday version.
This is not the time of the season for a holiday hate review.
Yes, it is.
It is.
See, this is the thing. It's all things balanced, you know? If we're going to do good Christmas movies that we love, we also have to look at some of the ones that we didn't. Now, you're a son of a bitch. I do have just because the first of this Christmas series of late reviews was Bad Mom's Christmas, suggested by you, and you haven't even fucking watched it?
No, I haven't.
I thought if you were going to suggest a new movie that you actually saw it and like, we were going off of your suggestion, like, okay, It must have something good about it, which it did. It was fun.
Yeah, dude. On this one, it's not so much corn.
This
I'm
was
blaming
Korn's
this on
nostalgia. Yeah, this one was Korn's nostalgia.
It should be shared nostalgia because I actually watched the movie when it came out originally on Disney Channel. So it should be like a shared thing, but no, dude, I didn't dig it back then. I barely like. I was more interested in it now.
So the movie is 2000's The Ultimate Christmas Present.
The ultimate Christmas present. They name dropped it a few times in there for you too.
Yeah, they did. That was a little bit lame, but at the same time, I was wondering why they called it that. Just because, like, it was like, who was getting that as a present, though? But anyway, this movie, yeah, Korn, I think Korn might, I don't know if he's watched it as an adult or if he just remembers watching it as a kid. So nostalgia goggles might have been kicking in. He might have just remembered Brenda's song and been like Disney boner.
Yeah, I think that's what happened, dude. I think he had like her Disney career flash before his eyes. Because he was also the same. Like, she was born in 88.
Yeah.
From what you're saying, that chick was the main actress.
87.
Yeah, so she's a little older.
So it was okay for Korn and I to have crushes on these when we were younger and shit.
What made it weird was you saw the movie. It doesn't seem like at that time it was hitting at like a 13-year-old demographic.
Nah, it seemed a little too campy for it. Was rated G, for God's sake. At least go PG if you want to reach a 13-year-old. That sounded so creepy.
Well, I mean, no, PG heavyweights.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not a Christmas movie, but there you go.
But this, so it stars. I keep fucking every time I'm about to say the names. Hallie Hirsch, the Irish American actress, which nowadays she's fucking hot. But like, you know, I didn't watch this movie as a kid, so you know what I mean. But so she finds that it's kind of typical family thing and shit. White suburban family in Los Angeles. And the first thing they're doing in the movie is complaining about how hot it is on Christmas week.
It opens shortly after all this going on with that weird ass dude, the news guy,
the weatherman,
who is a creep right off the bat. Looks like one hard.
Yeah, Peter Scolari, I think Edwin Hadley was the character he was playing, and he was just very weird, to say the least. You could tell he was playing like an uptight bow tie ass and shit, but yeah, he was sitting there talking about like it's just gonna be so hot because it's Christmas and it's California. First off, motherfucker, we get some cool Californias, man. It's not always 90 on Christmas. Although we have had a couple 80s, I'm pretty sure.
Last 2 years was high 80s. But we're not made to get cold on Christmas. We get cold in January. The desert's different.
Yeah. That's when it gets fun.
That's when it turns into fucking a shit show because everyone doesn't know how to drive. First of all, they barely know how to drive the first 11 months out of the year. The 1 month when it does get super rainy, they definitely don't know how to drive.
Oh, no. Myself included, I hate driving in the rain.
Yeah. The only reason I like it is there's not so many cars, so when you're driving a big ass truck full of shit, like there's not that much.
So that's an accurate California
They
winter.
did get that right.
So this girl stumbles upon. First off, her and Brenda's song are in the woods, and they stumble upon this fucking log cabin in the woods. And the first thing this little white girl says is, "Oh yeah, let's go see who lives there." Now, at first, I'm thinking she's gonna knock on the door. She doesn't knock on the door. She fucking looks through the window like a creep to catch this really bum-looking Santa Claus in the moment that they showed him. He looked like a fucking bum in the woods.
Looked like a hobo built his shack and has protected his land from like manifest destiny for 50 years.
My theory is that a homeless person wrote this movie. That's why Santa looked like a bum, and that's why they made such a big deal out of he threw it away. I didn't steal it.
I think it turns into they don't know he's Santa because he's disguised as an old dirty man.
Yeah. And he threw so he throws this little weird thing out the window. Of course, the little girl steals it because that's what you do. When you find a mysterious cabin in the woods, the first thing you do is steal from it. This looks like a horror movie at first. Like,
Where the fuck did they go? Because I've been to LA. Like, it's not easy to get one of those houses around an area with woods.
not without going up into the hills.
Like, in that thick of nice greenery
Yeah,
woods. No, you have to go up a mountain to get that shit.
A real mountain. Yeah, that... as far as California, what you would think a movie that was probably filmed in California would at least get some of California right.
Not make it a 20-minute bike ride for a little girl.
Yeah, to get through the fucking 100-acre woods, to find Santa, to get lost in the woods too, and then find Santa. Of course, she doesn't know he's Santa. She takes this little thing, turns it on, and it creates a storm in her house, pretty much, a little storm.
It fucks her room up.
Yeah. So, of course, what does she do? She wants to have a snow day because she's a lazy little shit. Now, that was one thing. For once, the main character wasn't on the nice list. Usually the main kid in a Christmas movie is the most innocent one.
Santa Claus 2?
Okay. Well, he wasn't the main kid anymore. Well, he was, but let's be real. The main kid was the little
they split time between the little girl
Yeah.
and him. What was that girl?
She was an Olsen, if I'm not mistaken.
Is that, was that Charlie's that was his little sister? From
Yeah.
fucking, Fast Times and...
Yeah, Judge Reinhold and the mom from Santa Claus. I've never seen her in anything else. She looks like the Kmart version of Catherine Zeta-Jones.
That's one of the best accurate descriptions I've ever heard for an actor or actress.
We'll save that for when we actually do the Santa Claus review, because I can't wait to do that one. Just because I have had some beefs with that movie since watching it as an adult. But anyway, we're here on this one. She takes this thing. It's a weather machine. So she puts it outside on her little flower bed. Fuck her for having a flower bed outside her window like that. And no screen. You notice that?
Yeah, no. Well, yeah, she doesn't need a screen with those big ass old windows.
Yeah, do you even put screens on wood windows, like wood framed windows like that?
I don't think you can. I don't know if you can.
Do you even use wood framed windows in California anymore? Like,
no,
come on,
no,
not in Los
realistically,
Angeles.
No, but fuck no.
In Los Angeles, you're gonna trust a piece of wood?
I shit you not. I've seen the houses that go up, and in between the two walls is styrofoam. Like, no, you don't. You don't see no fucking. That would take down the whole side of a house.
Yep. Yeah, I would not. I wouldn't trust that. The only wood I'm putting in my window is the little log or the little stick you put in there to fucking keep the window from opening. I did like that when I moved in here. All the windows already had those little fucking
The screw
locks.
things? Yeah, that's a rape kit 101.
Yep.
I can actually attest. If you don't have too new of windows, those things are the perfect, seriously, the perfect lock. It's hard to get fucking, I'm not a burglar, so I don't know, but the new ones you could just lift up and it's not convenient at all for safety.
Yeah. But anyway, so she sticks this thing out her window on her flower bed, and it takes like, a day to create enough snow to give Los Angeles a snow day. Which, okay, we're not in LA, we're like 90 minutes away. So pretty much their weather is pretty much our weather, usually.
On a global scale, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if you count like minute to minute fucking coverage like they do, no.
No, yeah.
But
there have been times, because we're in a valley, there are some times where you'll see LA a little bit hotter than us, like during like this time of year. But if the snow was reaching San Francisco, that means Hemet got fucking, in their world, Hemet got fucking snowed in like a big old bowl of fucking cream of wheat.
Just like mandatory snow day.
Yeah, but again, they were predicting some shit about the future. Just, all kids in California stay at home. Of course, they didn't have online school, I don't think, at that time. Not like as prevalent as...
That kid was looking up shit online, though. That was at least a good use of the internet.
Yeah.
In a show. An honest one.
Well, in 2000, like Yahoo and Ask Jeeves and shit were around. So
I used to ask Jeeves stupid, outlandish shit though.
I never thought of anything intelligent to ask Jeeves.
No, like
I saved that for Yahoo and Google and
exactly. Ask Jeeves was the dick bag of the group. You're just
Yeah.
like, hey, are you gay?
shit. How flammable is a fart, Jeeves? He never told me.
Hey Jeeves, do you have a penis?
Are you self-aware?
Where are you on the spectrum?
So honestly, after she makes a snow day, and of course it's all hunky dory and shit, we get to play in the snow in California without going to Big Bear because we have mountains with snow on them in California.
No one lives there.
Yeah, why are they pretending like California doesn't have places to go when you want the snow? Yes, I wanted that to rhyme.
It does, but that sucks. Like having to drive somewhere up.
I don't want to drive to Big Bear. I think I did that once with my aunt when I was younger, and honestly, I was cool with it until I stepped into like the snow, like my foot went deep and my foot got soaked. And the rest of the day was just like my foot's gonna freeze off.
That's what they definitely don't tell you about going to the snow in California. Is like that shit's real. You think people
Our bodies aren't adapted to the snow.
You think people are stupid back east for like wearing like full blown like coverage? You're like, oh, they're stupid. I can handle that shit. And you step out, and even in boots, it's wet.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're wet and cold and pissed, and you have to keep running around if you don't want to die of hypothermia because, like you were saying,
And
we're not acclimated to that.
That Campbell's commercial made me think I might actually turn into a snowman and have to eat some soup to come back.
I have never once got out of the cold and been like, soup.
It's usually just like blanket. Usually the first thing I want to do is get naked and get the fucking wet clothes off of me.
Mm-hmm.
As weird as that sounds.
Then jump in a hot shower. I never understood that. Because that seems like that's putting your body in shock, hot and cold like that. But no, it feels great. And then...
Well, you got to ease into the hot. That's how I've always done it. Is just like ease into. It's like glass. You don't want to just like go from having something cold in there to pouring some hot boiling water in there. I've broken measuring cups that way.
I've broken pieces that way.
But yeah, fucking. So yeah, she makes a snow day, and then of course after all the playful stuff, it keeps on going because there's a reason Santa threw it out because he was trying to fix it, and it was malfunctioning. And she finds out her dad, who's in San Francisco,
on business, trying to get home on Christmas,
suddenly is snowed in because the reach of this thing goes from fucking LA to San Francisco. Again, California is a very long state.
That's an 8-hour drive.
Yeah. So that's pretty good reach. That's why I said, yeah, definitely Hammett got fucking hit hard than in that world, in that universe. But Jesus Christ, that means Catalina probably got some snow.
That'd be fucked up, being on an island.
Just get
like,
snowed out.
What the fuck is this?
I brought nothing but flip-flops and tank tops and shorts. This is bullshit. I want my money back.
They didn't say shit about like it. They literally did just an oval because they didn't go out anywhere else. Because it would have, if you think about like the circumference of how far that's going past Vegas.
Yeah, like that's a far fucking reach. They made it seem like it just like pointed and went like skipped everywhere but San Francisco and shit. Some weird. But yeah, so of course she ruins Christmas pretty much.
The selfish bitch ruins Christmas single-handedly because she didn't want to do a paper
that she waited until the day before it was due to do. Which I can admit, when I was a kid, I did that a lot.
That's where magic comes out in your head, but when you write it down, it looks like shit. You're just like, What the fuck just happened?
Or that's when you go in with a straight face and say, I didn't fucking do it. And then you look Miss Grannon in the eyes and see if she is... I get a little scared because I thought she was going to hit me that day. Second grade was tough, man.
I didn't do it. Where's your paper? I didn't do it.
You what? Oh God, I recognize that look on that face. You're not black, but I've seen that on my black grandma. I'm gonna go running.
I'm gonna go do it.
I just heard the recess bell. It's time for me to get away from this old crazy bitch. But yeah, I want to see a lot of the hijinks. Okay, so Santa, meanwhile, he's got a couple elves assistants. Fucking John Sally, dude.
Yeah. Detroit
Goddamn
Piston.
Yeah, Hall of Fame fucking basketball player playing a goddamn tall elf.
And Marshall's dad.
Yeah, Bill Boggerbach. His name looks like Bukkake, almost like finger Bukkake. That sounds horrible, but the Santa kind of stood out to me. The true standout character for me, I think, was the fucking chef guy.
The flamboyant
Yeah,
helper.
Yeah, they wouldn't call him gay, but he kind of seemed a little gay. But I don't know. I don't even see. Oh yeah, okay, that was him. He just looks weird now that he's older. He looks like dangerous. Everybody looks like mobsters. The whole time I kept thinking Santa Claus looked like goddamn like a whited out version of Pablo Escobar. And he pulled some gangster shit, man. They were just appearing on these naughty list girls and shit because they had some CSI shit to find out whose shoe was going in. That was weird. There was a little bit of a analog versus fucking technology type thing going on there between Santa and the elves. Like, fuck your internet and your computers. I already know who made that shoe. But it was cool. It was funny. So Santa's showing up in these girls' room. That's the creepiest part. Santa and these elves split apart too. They don't even go like together, like one team. No. You get random John Sally dressed as an elf appear in your bedroom or right outside, right in your backyard, wherever the fuck he popped up on that little girl. Exclusively on little girls. To tell them that they're on the naughty list. And to fucking ask them if they had this little weather machine. Which the weather machine itself, did it look, was it me or did it kind of have a continuum transfunctioner vibe?
Nice.
Right. But yeah, and Santa had the creepiest one though. He just appears. He doesn't even like walk up on. He just appears in this girl's room or in this girl's kitchen or whatever. And as he appears, he just takes off his sunglasses because Santa Claus needs sunglasses in a snowstorm. Asks her if she has a thing, and when she says no, he just disappears again. And then she gets in. To be fair, that girl was actually doing something bad. She was licking the bottoms of all those goddamn candies.
Yeah, that was fucked up, dude.
Mama always said life was like a box of chocolates. You just lick every one and then put them back and let somebody else eat your fucking saliva.
Until you get COVID.
That kid deserved to be smacked around. Yeah. But the creepiest though was when Santa appears in the main character's garage. Him and the elves are in there. They're just chilling in the garage in the dark.
Him, fucking NBA All-Star and Hall of Famer John Sully, and I just found this out through looking. Goddamn Patrick Starr.
Yeah, that's where I do that fucking face from. Yes.
I'm Patrick. That guy.
Yeah. Fucking.
Just in their garage. Creepy style. In the dark.
In the dark. So the girls go, these two 13-year-old girls go into a dark garage. Santa Claus and two tall elves are standing in there. Are you creeped out yet? Because I was creeped out a little bit.
Dude, they made these elves straight enforcers too, because they're snatching up, like you were saying, the other girls on the naughty list. They did that separately.
Yeah.
They're just grabbing random little 13-year-old girls, questioning them.
Yeah.
Santa doesn't fuck around.
That was the worst part too, is that the one time they're together, of course, is in there to where they look like an even worse like mob team and shit. Like they really did look like the enforcers. And the first thing Santa says is, "You're on my naughty list." Not, "Hey, you're not gonna believe this, but I'm Santa." You're on my naughty list, little 13-year-old girl. Santa's goddamn creep, man.
Yeah, it just seems kind of creepy, because even when he finally gets to the main girl, he even goes in with the same thing of like, "You're on my Los Angeles naughty girls
Yeah,
list."
he gave her rank.
Like 200 and something. Like,
yeah.
Dude, what the heck? So that means you straight went through 200 already?
Well, he is Santa. Now, of course, she gets the thing back because this weatherman, somehow, Santa found her by going the old school way.
Tracking her down like fucking Batman.
Yeah, going down a whole goddamn list. But the weatherman finds her by just tracking the origins of the storm. Which you would think is like, oh, why would... if Santa has footprint scanning technology... You would think he would invest in some meteorology shit. Because that's what we call that equipment. Meteorology shit.
Science.
Bitch.
Not magic.
Yeah, so so of course he gets the weatherman turns full creep. Turns full like villain and shit.
Dude, he finds their house after commandeering, as he put it, a fucking
snowmobile.
Yeah, First of all, what guy in LA
was already that prepared with a snowmobile and the full getup and shit? Like, I haven't seen a snowmobile shop. No, that place that was off the freeway. I forgot what freeway.
I think it's 250.
But you see the fucking windows, man. You see it we see like them hanging through the windows and shit. And I don't even think those are snowmobiles. Those might be fucking ATVs.
Yeah, it's a Polaris building now, but it's the same shit. They sell the exact same stuff.
Yeah, so
I don't think they moved anything. They just slapped Polaris on the side of the building.
Yeah, there's just that was just weird. There is no, you're not supposed to have that. Nobody's that ready. So yeah, I just moved here from Colorado. Bullshit. And you brought your snowmobile with you to California. Okay. But yeah, maybe he was maybe they were up in Big Bear.
Man, fuck him if he has a snowmobile.
Yeah. He rode that bitch all the way down the mountain and was like, oh, fuck it. I'll just go through town on this bitch.
Hey guys, you're all fucked. Should have prepared better.
You know the one thing they didn't want to show? How that snow affected the ghetto.
It just turned into Chicago.
I'm pretty sure I don't know I don't know if the murder rate goes up during a snow day in Chicago, but I imagine it did for LA that day in that movie, just because those white people were so happy and so many things got canceled.
They're like, yeah, work's canceled. I'm killing my boss.
Oh,
what?
You know who got shot? That fucking mail lady.
Oh, dude. Okay, so here's the thing, Disney. You want to be all downtrodden on all the way down to aliens being like getting offended. Whew. Dude, you had a middle-aged, at best, I guess, at like 30-something, 40, maybe like early 40, somewhere around there. I'm not good at prime, but a black, strong woman walking through the white neighborhood with a Santa hat on, not smiling. You know she was pissed.
She's cringing because it's fucking snowing.
In LA.
And she probably heard that joke everywhere she went. Oh, rain or sleet or snow, huh? It probably drove her fucking insane, dude. She shot somebody else. She didn't get killed. Yeah, she went insane that day.
Murder-suicide.
All those damn Christmas presents she had delivered and she couldn't spend the fucking holiday with her kids. Jesus Christ.
See, sorry, we all understand.
They were crying about they were crying about Daddy not being able to come home from San Francisco, but like that mail lady was the true warrior of that whole movie. Her job was to deliver mail in sunny California.
And you can't drop a dead dad joke. Like, I mean, if you say that, you could take it as a joke, but she started crying and shit and got serious.
That was such an exposition conversation, dude. My dad died when I was 3. Wait, who asked you about this? What's going on? And I barely even remember. Okay, who started this conversation? Nobody needed to go there. We don't need the whole backstory. No!
Yep, and that's why Mrs.
Kwan.
Yep, there you go. Thank you.
Has to work at the hospital
on
Christmas.
Yep.
In the snow. Because the roads are going to be hell. You know what that means? The hospital's going to be full.
Jackasses.
And she doesn't know how to use her 4-wheel drive. because they couldn't go the whole movie without sneaking in an Asians can't drive joke, a women can't drive joke, and an Asian woman doctor joke. Actually, men and women usually get so an Asian doctor joke.
They hit full stereotype, but the way that they tell you, like the way that they say it and everything, it's out in the background. Like the two parents.
It was before before America was exposed to the Tiger Mom, so they didn't have that stereotype to go off of. Just like her just coming in and just smacking the shit out of Brenda's song. Like you got a 98% on your test instead of 100. Smack! You will not eat tonight. You bring dishonor. Is that racist enough? Okay.
I got lost in the swirl of that water right there. Yeah. Just from all the racistness.
But yeah, so yeah, Santa fixes the machine, and of course, happily ever after and whatnot. He gets the weather right. Somehow he sends his tall elves.
Here's my fucking plot hole. He gets it right. It's like, oh, let's turn it to 80 or 58 and get the sun out. This machine started, like we were saying in the beginning, a whirlwind of fucking hellfire inside this girl's room. When the fucking douchebag weather guy finds it, the little brother is having a blizzard in the fucking room.
Under the roof.
This machine.
Yep.
Santa's like, fuck it, I fixed it. Boom.
When he turns it on.
58 sunny. Inside of his log cabin, but everywhere else is good to go. The dad can fly home for Christmas.
The dad doesn't even fly home, does he?
Yeah, he flies home and then the guys...
Oh, yeah, they just needed to pick him up from the airport or some shit. I don't know. I know the elves, yeah.
The elves pick up the dad, deliver him. Santa does some crazy shit.
Now the mom, she's what, a party planner, caterer type thing? Like, she seemed like the full regalia and shit.
I think she was a little everything.
Yeah. She had this chef guy who was my favorite character in the whole thing. He was hilarious. He was that 2000s, around that era when it was like, when Disney was afraid to actually call a character gay. Now it's not so much of a, you know what I mean? They're not so scared, but back then, yeah, they were scared to call a character gay. And they got close with that guy. He was close. It was funny though. He had just like the best attitude through the whole thing. The earthquake starts shaking and shit. He fucking jumps underneath. Has all the right tools or all the right like tips. But really already hiding underneath the thing. Just like, don't panic.
Grab a transistor radio.
Yeah.
Grab water. Grab canned food.
Yeah, it was. Overall, I won't lie. Like I honestly thought like, okay, a Disney Channel original movie. Christmas style.
They suck usually. Like I love you, Bryan Cranston, but did you see that one?
I did not. I have not seen Bryan Cranston in a Christmas movie.
Yeah, he was on the Disney one. It was like Uncle Nick or some shit.
Oh, that sounds lame.
Yeah, I think it was Uncle Nick, like Saint Nick. It might have been Saint Nick.
Was he playing Santa Claus?
No, I think he fucks Santa Claus up, and then he becomes Santa Claus. So it's like a Santa Claus ripoff, but with a crook.
Yeah, whereas Scott Calvin kind of was more lucky.
It's like the Grinch meets the Santa Claus.
Now the real chemistry in this movie was between Santa and Mrs. Claus over the goddamn phone.
Dude, when
things got steamy.
Hey, mama.
Yeah, like give me a kiss. Hey, mama. Hey, papa. Whoa. Santa's been spending too much time in L.A. He had to bring home the white version of Mommy and Poppy. It's like, I've been hearing the brown folks.
It's about to get real freaking nasty.
Santa takes off his shirt. He's got a goddamn one of those fucking clown face tattoos and shit. You know the ones, man. The mask. You know the ones.
Yeah, the smile now, cry later masks.
Yep. California.
He had a fucking spray-on tan. And an abnormally white beard. Like they put white out on his beard.
He looked like both too fat and too skinny to be Santa Claus. You know what I mean? Like I just once want to see like a full on fat Santa Claus. Like they got close with how they did what's his name? You know, it's, Tim Allen. But like I want to see like extreme, like Gabriel Iglesias Santa Claus, fluffy Claus would be awesome.
Fluffy. You couldn't do it as a white guy though.
No, he'd have to be a Mexican Santa Claus, like sombrero or something. I don't know.
You could leave all the same garb on. Fuck it. I mean, they celebrate Christmas.
Yeah. Feliz, not yeah. See, but yeah. Honestly, the movie actually kept my interest more than I thought it would. Like I honestly was afraid that we were gonna both like be too distracted talking shit about it and not actually follow through with it. But it actually, it kind of well, you said it was like only an hour or so, where it was an easy blow through, but it was fun. It was kind of fun. It's weird, but I think as a kid, I probably wouldn't have liked it all that much. It would have just been like kind of weird. Maybe Korn thought the same thing. I don't actually know if Korn liked this movie.
I think it's just the Brenda song thing.
Yeah, he just has that crush.
Because to me, I don't know, 2000, I was only 7.
Yeah, I was 11.
So that movie made sense to me.
And see, that year I don't remember watching any Disney. I don't think I had Disney Channel access at that time. Actually, Christmas 2000. So I wouldn't have been able to watch an original anyway. And I wasn't big on Disney Channel original Christmas movies as it was. But that one actually, yeah, if you're sitting on Disney Plus, man, ultimate Christmas present. Actually, surprisingly funny. Maybe it's because we're smoking weed and just like talking shit about it as adults, but something about it did keep the interest that I didn't expect.
Yeah, that's the thing, dude. Is I was expecting to just
I thought it was going to be overly campy, and it kind of wasn't. Like, it wasn't, you know what I mean? Not till the end when Homeboy lands in the chocolate and then the cotton candy and shit. Okay, the elves were kind of campy, yeah. But Santa Claus was a very mellow Santa Claus. He never even said ho ho ho. He just was like, you know who the fuck I am. Like, the way he rolled up on that little black girl, dude, just like, ding, takes off the sunglasses, eye contact. She knew exactly who he was, and she had fear on her face. There was no, oh my god, it's Santa Claus. It was like, oh shit, he's real. Oh fuck. Like, that was like some real shit. Like, he looked like one of those tough as nails detectives that he has just that certain set of fucking CIs that he goes to, and they're all scared as shit of him because he's tortured them all before.
I don't want to make this comparison, but I kind of feel I have to. If you saw, and I mean this with 100% sincerity to like people who I guess are gonna be offended by this, like, sorry, but if you saw a fucking Santa in the corner of your room just pop the fuck up, you would have just as much shock and awe as if you saw Jesus fucking Christ.
Yeah.
I mean, realistically, because it's one of those...
Especially if I was licking all the bottoms of a goddamn box of chocolates, like, that's some fucked up shit. You know that was for a party.
That's where the comparison gets fucked up. I mean, realistically, like, it's the same, like, what the fuck? Like, I've questioned you a lot.
Like, that would be the fucked up thing, is like that you find that out before you find out the existence of anything else and shit too. Just like, that's the one you want to fucking prove real. That's the one that even a scientist had to see him. Which was weird. Was that so? That wasn't a punishment for the weather guy either.
No, he fucking dug it.
And those nerds all thought he was cool.
Yeah.
Fuck it, it was a happy ending for everyone.
Well, yeah, you can't just send his ass to Antarctica and just be like, oh, yeah.
Well, you can do like the end of The Shining and just bury him waist deep in snow and let him freeze to death.
See,
build a hedge maze if you want to.
That's not good. But I can see it to where it's nice and easy for him. Like, put him at the North Pole. Like, he already knows you exist.
Yeah.
Just put him at the North Pole. Help them out with, like, other weather shit that you can do.
Yeah, that was But overall, though, yeah, like I said, I keep saying it was interesting. Like, the weather machine was weird. but the effects weren't so heavy on it. Like that little storm in the room was very brief. Because she was controlling that little cloud with a joystick, and I really didn't want to see that go to the sky and continue like that. So it was kind of cool that it was just like, no, put it outside and let it make it snow.
They didn't try to, like, they're like, dude, that little section right there, that was like 15 grand on this little movie. What the fuck? We definitely aren't shooting anymore. It goes outside. It goes on. That's fucking it.
Yeah.
We got a lot of fake snow that we gotta fill, asshole.
I just don't think LA would be that fast too to go snow day with it. Well, yeah, they would have to. We don't have the plows for that.
Yeah, dude. It would be I would think maybe like 2 feet of snow instantly. Everyone's like, no, I don't even have chains on my car. No, I'm not even working. You could eat a dick. No one's going to school.
I remember going up Lambs Canyon one time when I was fucking going to Everest, and it was one of those cold wind. It was right before Christmas, actually. Cold and rainy. And as I was going up the hill, it started turning into sludge, the rain on the fucking ground. It was kind of creepy, and there was a couple times there when I felt some of the control under the old Dodge's tires kind of going away from me. I called my teacher and like, hey, yeah, I'm not going to be able to make it. It's too dangerous. I'm not doing this. Got to the top of the hill, turned around, and went right the fuck back home. And it was fucked up because I was supposed to do a presentation that day, so I was dressed up all nice and shit. I busted out the Stacy's. But no. Fucking rain. Shit was relentless. No. It was horrible. Fuck that. But yeah, ultimate Christmas present. I won't lie, we planned on doing more of a hate review on this one, didn't we?
Yeah, but thinking about it, like, that's a hard one to just,
as
like,
we talked
bash.
about it and shit, yeah. First off, it's rated G, so it's not like it's made fully for adults and shit. No. But somehow the weirdness in it actually did keep an interest as an adult. Maybe it's just because we're like, smoking weed and sitting here enjoying it like that, but I don't know. Watch it with a kid, and you probably might find yourself enjoying it as much as the kid, just for different reasons. The kid might enjoy just the whole weather machine and be awed by that, but as an adult, you're like, dude, Santa Claus is a thug. He's a pimp with his wife.
That's where you have to watch it as an adult anyways. Kids nowadays, they fucking try to pick out plot holes too, and it's fucked up. It's like,
can't you just watch the movie?
What?
I think that's why, like, Stranger Things was such a big boom. Because I think people after a while have gotten sick of trying to make movies around today's technology plot holes. Because smartphones ruined so many movie concepts. Cell phones in general started ruining movie concepts. But at least back then, there was the whole no signal thing. And you still kind of get that in places, but now it's a cliche in a horror movie and shit, no signal. That's why you don't go to the fucking woods, man.
You don't go to the woods.
And if you find a cabin in the woods, you don't go stealing from it. Like, I assume that someone who has a trash can outside of their fucking log cabin isn't waiting for a fucking trash truck. There's no lane for a trash truck to come pull up on it.
He has to somehow get that the fuck out of there.
Yeah, don't take anything off their property. Like, realistically, if that would have been in any other state but California, Santa would have came out with a shotgun and murdered those 2 children. At least one of them. The Asian one, because he's Santa. He's racist.
You would see one of them holding it, see the one without. And just
shoot the one boom! Without it. Give me that back. Okay, Santa is really... Okay, and this is Los Angeles, isn't it?
Yeah, she was naughty. You were giving it back.
And that's fucked up because the Asian one wasn't on. Brenda Song wasn't. I keep saying the Asian one. That's so fucked up. the Brenda Song.
Say her name.
She has a name. That does remind. There was in high school. Fucking, I remember some kid tried to call out, and this girl. I think I've told you this story. The girl, fucking, very short little Asian girl. I don't know which Asian she was, but she was brown but she was very short. She was selling candy. The guy didn't know her name, so he just said like, "Hey, Asian girl," and she just started crying and made like a really huge. The dude got suspended. Long story short, he got suspended. This was in 2005. I didn't think that shit existed yet. The whole like cancel culture. It happened that fast.
You called her Asian. Oh, fuck. I mean...
And she even like tried to throw an example at it. She's like, what if I just looked at you and said, "Hey, Mexican"? He's like, then you'd have like 15 hands go up in here. Nobody felt bad for her except whoever her close friend was. It was just, and the teacher.
The teacher has to make a big deal about it. I think that's where the problem is on that one.
And the teacher wore those douchebag golfer hats. Not the ones with the little poof on the top, but the ones that like look like they button on the, you know what I mean? Like not button, but you know what I'm talking about. You might. I don't know how to describe those hats because I don't know the difference between hats. I barely found out that Indiana Jones wore a fedora and not just a hat.
I'm talking about those ones.
Yeah, like Brandon.
Bagger fans.
Like Brandon used to wear, remember?
I think they're not Kangos.
They are Kangos.
Okay.
He was kind of wearing one of those kind of hats. Yeah, I think they're Kangos. I might be wrong on the Kango now.
I know that's one style of that
yeah.
type of hat. I don't know if that's...
But like the more douchey, you know what I mean? The bougie version, the original version or whatever. The old school version.
Dude.
You don't trust a man that wears those hats. At least I don't.
If he speaks like perfect American English, fuck no, you don't trust that guy. Like if he has an English accent or like is Scottish or Irish or something, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, sure.
But no, this music teacher was just a little guy. He looked young in the face, but he was balding. Little white guy, and wore those hats and turtlenecks, black turtlenecks.
Okay, I've worn turtlenecks before, obviously, if you check out the Instagram.
Yeah.
I actually, I don't mind them. They're not the worst thing in the world. But I don't think I can do that combo. The only thing to make it douchier is if you throw in a scarf. If he threw in a scarf
he
on
did
top
have
of the
a goddamn scarf
on
dude.
top of the turtleneck?
Yes, he would wear because
did he have fucking John Lennon's glasses too?
I had him for the first semester of my junior year, and yeah, when it started getting cold, man, he would put on the blazer with an overcoat and a scarf. And what was weird was some teachers have like a briefcase or something, you know, or like a goddamn, hell, my bosses nowadays, they all just show up with backpacks and shit. But this guy had one of those, he had like the plastic tote, right? Yeah, a plastic tote on wheels with the big old handle.
He's super douche.
Super douche indeed. Because it was it was a short tote too, so the handle was really long, like it...
How weak of a man.
I don't even think that the handle actually like retracted or collapsed or anything either. I think it was just stuck in long handle position, and it just looked like he was carrying an actual mini dolly for this little tote bag, this little tote fucking box thing.
That's dude. That's awesome. This is just one of those situations.
I'll say that
like,
he owned who he was. I'll give him that. He was just like, nah. And I don't even think anyone could call him gay. He was like married, kids, all that shit. He was like just a normal. He just one of those music loving guys, you know. I've taken 2 different music appreciation classes in fucking my childhood, and both of them the teachers were little white guys that were just kind of weird, but very, very passionate about music.
The only one that sticks out in my mind is we had one, it was an older white guy, losing his hair had one of those like little circle things
Mm.
where it's almost there, but they don't want to give it up.
Nah.
So cul-de-sac with a little fucking dollop of daisy in the middle.
Is he a little white guy?
No, he was kind of. Well, I mean, I was young. Well, not young. I was like short. I was like 13, 12. No, 12.
I was gonna say, because I know this guy like also like worked at fucking like Monte Vista and shit.
Was it Mr. Erickson?
I don't think so. I think his name might have been Hutchinson or something.
Yeah, this guy was a douchebag. He would turn beet red. Like when anyone would fuck up, and you could tell how angry he got throughout the whole class, because by the end of it, he was either still like pale and pasty white, or he had like, he wasn't like angry red anymore, but the red had stained him.
This teacher I had was actually really chill. He was one of those like, he would give us very short assignments and just be like, all right, play that. If I hear you play it out loud, you're done for the day, pretty much. Just chill out. There were a lot of days where it was like, all right, you guys can just sit and play cards. That was how I learned to play bullshit.
But in music class, I
Yeah.
learned card games. Public
Yeah.
schools, thank you.
Well, when a nerd goes into a music class and then is getting and doesn't catch on to the recorder as quick as the stoner, like the obvious stoner with the big old afro who sleeps in class because he was playing basketball in the morning, because that's what men do.
We don't play the recorder.
Yeah, you with your fucking Homer eating a donut sweater, asshole. I hated that kid. He put paper in my fro when I was sleeping. Paper balls. You're not allowed to hit somebody for that. Like, there's no justice. You know what I mean? There's no justification on that. You know what I mean? I'm still the asshole if I kick his ass for
It's
that.
delayed. Even though it's not to you. When you wake up, you're gonna, what the fuck?
Yeah. Sometimes by the time I realize who did it, they're already gone. Because that's usually the bell waking me up. But yeah, that. But yeah, well, shit, we've gone on plenty of extra rabbit holery. We got the late review out. I think, like I said, this movie, we went in expecting like, all right, let's watch this real quick, and we're just gonna pound into it and kick Redcorn's ass for making us watch it. But honestly, I'm not mad at him anymore.
No.
On like upon watching it and then talking about it, I kind of realized that, yeah, it's a passable Christmas movie. I'll give it that. But yeah, next week. Well, who knows what we're gonna do next week? But if there's one you want to hear from us, hit us up at JNT Podcast, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and yeah, let us know. Let us know. Just comment on whatever we've posted recently. Just like, do this one next. You can just say it like that too. You don't have to say please. We'll be your bitch in that situation, right? Yeah. Slap us around a little bit. But it's got to be a Christmas movie.
Christmas.
Not Kwanzaa. Are there Kwanzaa movies? We'll get into that. We'll find out maybe.
You know, we'll let you know next week.
Yeah. But yeah. Tune in next week. Hit us up. Subscribe. Like. All that weirdness. And yeah, Redcorn should be with us next week. Hopefully we get the trifecta again.
It's Cool Runnings a Kwanzaa movie.
Oh my god.